Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dugout Football Channel. It is official. We have our first summer signing of the transfer window, and it is Jeremie Frimpong has signed for Liverpool in a deal worth, wait for this, £29.5 million. Quite incredible when you've got to say it. Obviously, as we all do, please remember to hit the like button as you come into the stream, and also please remember to hit that subscribe button as well. And yeah, we'll obviously be hearing from Frimpong what he has had to say about his move to Liverpool. We'll also be speaking. We'll be speaking about obviously Trent Alexander-Arnold going to Real Madrid early as well. We'll be speaking about that, and yeah, we'll speak about Pep Ljinders, who is set to join Manchester City. Yes, yeah, obviously loyalty. There's not much in football anymore, is there? There's not much loyalty in football anywhere, but hello, everybody. Hope you are all well. Say hello to a few of you. Hello, Nippon. Hope you're well. Congratulations to Chelsea for winning the Conference League. I think, in a really, really interesting thing to say, I think it's probably about time you did win it. I think. I think we've said all season. I've said all season really that I think you needed to win the Europa Conference League, and obviously you've done it. So fair play to Chelsea. Big up, he says. Yep, absolutely. Nice Hogwarts jumper. Thank you very much. Yeah, I've had this a while now. I've had this a while. But yeah, it's my favourite. Sort of thing for Harry Potter. Anyway, big up John as well. John Conway. Hope you're well, mate. Thank you for tuning in. Are you a lion, snake, eagle, or a badger? Let's see. Red, Gryffindor. Yeah, I'm a Gryffindor. So yeah, there we go. Safe to say that. So I'll get that out of the way. I'll get that out of the way. So Jeremie Frimpong is a Liverpool player. How is everyone feeling about it? For me, I'm really, really excited. I know I said obviously previously that he probably wasn't my first choice for sort of right back. But obviously, even looking at more down the line, I think people are going to actually have a look at this and say, yeah, it's a very good signing because he can play right back, you can play right midfield, you can play, I think, right wing as well. So that could be interesting. That could be very, very interesting when obviously Mohamed Salah goes to the African Cup of Nations in December. So that could be something to look at as well. But yes, if you have been living under a rock, Liverpool have completed the signing of Jeremie Frimpong. So this is what it says on the club website. So Liverpool FC have agreed the signing of Jeremie Frimpong from Bayer Leverkusen. The Netherlands international put pen to paper on a long-term contract with the Reds at the AXA training centre on Friday after successfully passing a medical. Speaking to LiverpoolFC.com for the first time, Frimpong said, "It went quite easy. Liverpool came and said they had interest, and obviously for me it was a no-brainer. For me it was like, whatever you guys do, just get this done. Speaking to my agents, just get this done." So I'm taking away from that he was wanting to join us. I think that's the first thing I can take from that. The second thing is he wanted this move. I think it's been quite well highly documented that he is a Liverpool supporter as well. So it's just nice. It's just nice to have players wanting to like join you, like wanting to sign for you, which I think is really, really excellent. It really, really is excellent to see that, and I'm very, very excited about this signing. I'm very, very excited about this signing. It goes on. Liverpool fans, I'm going to give my all, my energy, my work rate, and hopefully we can win together. We celebrate together, get everything together. So again, that line. I'm going to give my all, my energy, my work rate, and hopefully we can win together. We celebrate together. We get everything together. I think that is fantastic. fantastic attitude, and look, I'm very, very excited, to say the very, very least. I'm really, really excited about this signing, and I think Liverpool fans are going to enjoy him. I think we're going to enjoy him as well. He goes on to say, I'm just excited to be here. Thank you guys for accepting me, and I won't let you guys down, and I'll give you the energy that you guys want. The versatile right-sided player arrives at Anfield after 4.5 seasons in Germany with Leverkusen, where he made 190 appearances, scored 30 goals, and produced 44 assists. Quite incredible, quite incredible. Frimpong was part of the Leverkusen side that made history by winning the Bundesliga and DFB Pokal in 2023-24 with their record 51 match unbeaten run ending in the Europa League final. Yeah, that was some Europa League final. Leverkusen get absolutely gubbed by Atalanta by 3-0. Quite incredible. Quite incredible. On an individual level, the 24-year-old was named in the Bundesliga Team of the Season for 2022-23 and 23-24. The Amsterdam-born Frimpong began his career in the youth ranks at Manchester City before heading north of the border to Celtic in 2019. So yeah, he started out at Manchester City, which is quite interesting. Now, I think is what you've got to say. It is quite surprising that City weren't back in for him this summer. So very, very surprising. Very, very surprising. I know he obviously was rumoured to be being linked heavily with Barcelona as well, but obviously that didn't come out as well. I mean, this kind of deal as well, I think, was kind of predicted over the like the last couple of months, really. I think we have been looking at him for a while, to say the very, very least. He enjoyed a 1.5 year stint in Scotland and won 3 major honours there prior to Leverkusen acquiring his services. Frimpong made his debut with the senior Dutch national team in October 2023 and has 12 caps and 1 goal for his country to date. I spoke to the manager a few times. He said he sounds very positive. He says I can bring a lot of energy and my qualities and my speed, especially when a manager is talking positively about you. It gives you very good confidence that he believes in you. I've had good conversations with him. I'm really excited to work with Arne Slot. Even when I was at the national team, some of the finer boys would tell me about him and be like, he's the best coach I've ever had. Things like this. So again, high praise from Mr. Frimpong. So I've always heard good things about the coach. Now he's going to be my coach, so I'm excited for that. Frimpong's official squad number for the Reds will be confirmed later this summer. I can guarantee you now, and you can quote me on this, you can do anything you like, Frimpong will be number 30. He was number 30 at Celtic, he was number 30 at Leverkusen. He will be number 30 for Liverpool. I can tell you that now. He will be number 30 for Liverpool. And yeah, the last number 30 we had, Suso. So that just goes to show it's been a long, long time since we've had a number 30. But first impressions, very impressed. Very, very impressed. Wants to play for us. Has a lot of admiration for Arne Slot. He's excited to play under Arne Slot. And it's a player he's willing to give him his all, is willing to give him everything. He just wants to work out there. He wants to work out there. And yeah, look, I think we've got to discuss where we're going to play him. I think that's the main thing. For me, I think if we're being honest with ourselves, I think there is a little bit of doubts over sort of Connor Bradley at the moment, especially with his injuries sort of piling up. I think when you look at Connor Bradley, I think he is definitely one for the future, and I think he will definitely probably start the season, I would say. But Frimpong is very pacey. I mean, let's just say that now. He is very, very pacey. And him bombing down the right hand side as well is going to be fantastic. It really, really is. It's going to be really, really nice to see. The other thing I will say, he can play right wing. So when Salah goes to the African Cup of Nations, do we think he plays right wing? and you would probably put Connor Bradley, obviously, right back then as well. But I'm just looking at this team already this summer, and Frimpong, Konate, Van Dijk, and potentially, obviously, it's not confirmed, but it probably will likely happen. Milos Kerkez. Now, that for me is a very, very pacey back four. And as well, Frimpong can defend. He can definitely defend. He can attack. He can defend. He gets back so quickly. He's a really, really good player. So I think he will probably start the season with probably Connor Bradley at right back, and then maybe brings Frimpong onto the pitch. But again, there are sort of doubts over Connor Bradley's fitness, and I think it's just the wee niggly injuries that he's getting. I think is the safest thing to say. I think it's the wee niggly injuries that he gets, and I think when we're looking at that, Frimpong's been brought in. Frimpong's been brought in because of that. He's obviously been brought in for obviously a man who we'll speak about in a wee bit, Trent Alexander-Arnold. But no, I'm very very excited about Frimpong. Let me know you guys' feelings about Frimpong, and I will read them out. Where did I get up to? Let me scroll up. Anfield Irishman. Hello, Brian. Hope you're well. Evening, Douglas. He says, "Good evening, Brian. I hope you are very well." Nippon says, "I know it's a bit late, but congratulations on your title win." Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you. Yeah, well deserved. Well deserved to say at the very, very least. Stephen Jerson, hello mate, hope you're well. Great signing for Liverpool. It is fantastic. It's a great start to the summer, and to get 29.5 million for him, obviously 35 million release clause, euros I should say, but 29.5 million, that is a bargain. That is an absolute bargain. So I'm really, really excited. One will Wirtz be announced. We will speak about Wirtz. Because a record bid did go in today. So yeah, we'll speak about that later in the show as well. We'll talk about that later in the show. Velvishwan, hello mate, hope you're well. Linders, you've lost my respect joining Pep after we have given you a guard of honour. Yeah, we'll get onto that because I just can't believe it. I just cannot believe it. Nippon, to be honest with you, mate, I'm not really the biggest of Bond people, to say the very, very least. So, no, if I had to pick one, it would probably be Sean Connery, the Scottish way, saying that. So, yeah. Brian says, very exciting sign in. Can't wait to see how he gets on. Yeah, I think everyone is, to be honest with you, mate. I think everyone is looking forward to what he can do as well. Frimpong is a Liverpool fan. Even if City came for him, he would reject them. Same with Wirtz, rejected. Yeah, absolutely. I think as well, you look at that, and I think Frimpong is a really, really good player. I think Wirtz as well. Both of them when they come in will be absolutely special players for Liverpool, and obviously we are probably expecting more about Wirtz. Maybe later tonight, maybe tomorrow, but obviously when we do hear about Wirtz, we will bring it to you on here. We will definitely bring it on to you here as well. Tally ho, Douglas dear boy. Ekateki next. Maybe indeed. Gary, hope you're well. Good to see you in the chat, my friend. Maybe in the future, but won't be for the next 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I want Arne Slot to be here for a long, long time, especially with the fact that he started really, really well with us. So no, for me, I think he's going to be at Liverpool for a long, long time. Man United. I don't really think they were in for him. I can't really remember Manchester United being in for Frimpong, to be honest with you. So no, I don't think so. I don't think so. Wirtz, here we go, might happen tomorrow. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. If it does, then obviously we will see. We will see as well. Yes, Manchester United did lose in a friendly to Asian All Stars, which is Malaysian footballers, I believe. Yeah, that was pretty very funny. That was pretty very funny as well. There is also a wee interview with Frimpong, but yeah, we'll go through a fact file. We'll go through a wee fact file. So here are 10 facts about Jeremie Frimpong. So he is versatile, pacey, and energetic. Frimpong is comfortable anywhere on the right flank and thrived in the wing-back position for Xabi Alonso at Leverkusen. The 24-year-old's top record speed of 36.34 kilometres per hour puts him among the fastest players in this season's Bundesliga, while he also made the most sprints of any player in Germany's top flight this term. Well, we did know he was fast. We did know he was fast. So I think we've got a very, very good one, folks. I really do. And a goal threat too. Frimpong scored 30 goals and provided 44 assists in 190 appearances for Leverkusen. The Netherlands international's most productive season came in 2023-24 as he recorded 14 goals and 12 assists in an historic double winning campaign for the German club. Yeah, look, I think it is fantastic to see that. Really, really fantastic to see that. He's a goal threat. He is a goal threat. It's simple as that. So that's what I'm liking to see, because we all know what Trent did. We all know what Trent did in this Liverpool side, and you know he was full of assists and came up with a couple of goals as well. But yeah, look, I think it's one of those things as well. Availability has been a strong suit. Now, this is what we like to see. Frimpong missed just 3 of Leverkusen's 102 Bundesliga games in the last 3 seasons and was an ever present in both 24-25 and 22-23. He also started 9 of Leverkusen's 10 Champions League games this term, including their trip to Anfield in November, and came on as a substitute in the other. So there we go. There's another thing for you. His availability is a very, very strong suit, which is brilliant to see. It really, really is. He's a league champion in 2 countries. Frimpong will arrive at Anfield having been a champion in both Germany with Leverkusen in 2023-24 and Scotland with Celtic in 2019-2020. Indeed, with the latter, he aided the treble success as the Glasgow club also claimed both the League Cup and FA Cup that season. So, yeah, could be very, very interesting that he's won a league in Germany and he's won obviously a league in Scotland. So yeah, time to win things in England. And an invincible. I hate using the word invincible obviously when it comes to Arsenal, but he was a key member of the Leverkusen team that won the 23-24 Bundesliga title without losing a single game. He played in 47 of Leverkusen's 53 matches across all competitions during a campaign in which they also lifted the DFB Pokal and lost just once in the Europa League final to Atalanta. So yeah, that is very, very impressive. He could have played for 3 international teams. Born in Amsterdam, Frimpong was also eligible to play for Ghana through his mother and England, where he moved with his family at the age of 7. However, he chose to represent the country of his and his father's birth, progressing through the Oranji age groups to make his senior international debut in October 2023. And he knows 3 of his new teammates well. Now an established full international with 12 caps to his name, Frimpong will be linking up with 3 of his fellow Netherlands players, Cody Gakpo, Ryan Gravenberg, and Virgil van Dijk. Plus, of course, the Dutch head coach and Slot on Merseyside. Overall, he is said to become the 13th Netherlands-born player to represent Liverpool. This move has been a long time coming. Well, I did say that we have been tracking him for a while. Frimpong wanted to join Liverpool at the age of 9, as he explained in an interview with Rising Bowlers earlier this season. I chose Liverpool first. I was going to sign for them, but back then driving wasn't a thing. My family wasn't driving, and it was far. Man City was local, so it made more sense. It was 15 minutes on the bus. He left City for Celtic in September 2019, having never played for their senior side. So there you go. Never got a game in the City senior side, which is quite amazing when you actually think about it. There are Reds in Frimpong's family. While conducting his signing day media duties, he revealed his dad and brother are already big Liverpool supporters. Yes, I've seen that. I've seen the video today of his dad and I think it's Anton. Is it Anton, his brother. Basically saying very excited for you to go to Liverpool and yeah, do well. I'm really excited. I know you guys are going to be excited for me. He said, not just you two, my whole family, all my friends, and now all you guys can come to every match. You don't have to watch it on the TV. There you go. He's already been practicing the scouse. Frimpong will fit right in his new city. Of his clip shared on the Dutch national team's social media back in March is anything to go by. You alright, La? He playfully asked Gravenberg before the pair shared a warm hug while in fits of laughter. And he is a bit of a character. He is a bit of a character. So, look, fantastic signing. Is obviously replacing Trent Alexander-Arnold, who we will speak about very, very shortly. But look, I think it's absolutely fantastic to say that he's a red now. He is a red, and as I said at the start, don't quote me on this, but I know for a fact he will be number 30 because he was number 30 at Celtic, he was number 30 at Bayer Leverkusen, so I think he'll be number 30 at Anfield as well. But yeah, let me know what you guys are saying. As well. What's Velvishwan saying? The significance of Friday's bid for Florian Wirtz should not be underestimated, and while the offer, which equates to 130 million euros and is inclusive of add-ons, has not been accepted, right? So it's not been accepted. There's no sense that an accord will not be reached in the coming days. But there you go. There you go. So must be feeling a bit confident over that one. And hello AFC, always thank you very much for tuning in. Also thank you very much for subscribing. I do appreciate anyone who is on this channel to say the very very least. So yeah, Frimpong, Van Dijk, Gravenberg, Cody Gakpo, and obviously Arne Slot. We're becoming Netherpool, aren't we? I'm only joking. But no, like very excited, and he certainly brings a lot of creativity. Brings a lot of sort of defensive play in there. He brings a lot of really really good players, and I think this is going to be a very very good signing. And I think as well when you look at it, very happy, very very happy with the signing. And I think it's going to be a real coup for us, especially getting him for 29.5 million to say the very very least. So that's going to be a real interesting sign. But no, I'm very very happy with this signing. And look, he'll be a good player for us, and we've just got to be patient when obviously a new signing comes in. But he's ticking all the boxes all at the moment. He's saying all the right stuff. So yeah, welcome to Liverpool, Jeremie Frimpong. I think that's the safest thing to say. Welcome to Liverpool, and hopefully, yeah, you'll have a good successful career here, and obviously joining your boyhood heroes as well. So yeah, that's going to be very very good as well. But yes, we'll move on. We will move on in the show. Because as I said, there is more to talk about. And yeah, Trent Alexander-Arnold is now a Real Madrid player. First things first, obviously, I wish him luck. I wish him luck at Madrid. I found it very, very funny though when, obviously, when he was going up to lift the Premier League trophy, he was kissing the badge. He was kissing the Liverpool badge. He was doing all this and patting his back. But within about, I would say about 10 minutes, when Liverpool announced that they had accepted an offer, wait for this, £10 million from Real Madrid. It's quite incredible. We've managed to get money for Trent. I've seen people say, should we apologise to Trent? No, 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 we shouldn't. No, we shouldn't apologise. And the reason for being that is that he's obviously decided to leave. Obviously decided to leave. And some of the things he said as well, like, thanks for the send off. Well, the parade send off wasn't for you, it was for the whole team. It wasn't for you. And then obviously, the scenes at full time in obviously the game against Crystal Palace, where we did obviously lift the trophy. Yes, he got a good reception. I'm happy he got a good reception. Like I keep saying, I don't think you should boo your own player. But it was a very, very difficult feeling for me as well. I'm happy we've got money for him. I think, to get £10 million is, look, it's something. It's something we've managed to get out of. Yes, obviously the things about us getting, Frimpong today. I find it quite funny actually. I find it quite funny that we've actually signed a player in Jeremie Frimpong, and we've also literally decided that we agree with Trent Alexander-Arnold. Look, I think this has been on the cards that I'm going to Real Madrid, if I'm being honest. But I am one of these people who am like, well, look, we can wish him well. Everyone will have an opinion on it. I don't think you should be your own player, but in the circumstances that Trent has done, I can kind of see it. I can kind of see it a little bit, but it's very, very disappointing in the fact that about 5 or 10 minutes later, when obviously Liverpool announced that they've accepted a bid from Real Madrid for obviously Trent Alexander-Arnold to go to the Club World Cup, I did see a comment actually. Someone's asking if I'm going to watch the Club World Cup. It doesn't interest me. Does not interest me in the slightest. And if I'm being honest, doesn't really interest me anytime, to say the very, very least. So, no, I will not be watching the Club World Cup. I don't think it's a great I don't think it's a great tournament, to be honest with you. I think it's more sort of game time for the other games, the other teams there, I should say. So, look, Trent's made his decision. He's now a Real Madrid player. Obviously, good luck to him, but I hope that he knows that Madrid fans cannot be very, very forgiving if you do make a mistake. And I think as well he's going to get a lot of very interesting media press over there. So no, obviously, well, good luck to him. Good luck to him. I think is the safest thing to say, but he will be very heavily scrutinised over there, and I hope I hope he knows that. I do hope he knows that he's going to be heavily scrutinised over there, and I think when you look at that as well, I think you've got to say that Trent, for me, is one of these players who will do well. I think he will do well in Madrid, but as I said, Madrid fans cannot be as forgiving. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But to get 10 million quid from Real Madrid, the fact that he's going to be playing at the Club World Cup is quite remarkable, quite incredible. I've got to say, as well. So very happy with that. Very, very happy with the fact that we've got £10 million. And yeah, look, wish him well, but I think in the end, he's kind of tarnished his legacy a little bit. I think is the safest thing to say. Like he's won everything he could possibly win for us, but yeah, I don't think he's endeared himself very very well to the Liverpool faithful when he's left. So no, fair play to him, but no, he'll be. I think getting Frimpong in when he's gone, I think is very very good business, to say the very very least. So no, look, Trent Alexander-Arnold moving to Real Madrid, £10 million. At least we've got money for him. At least, I don't think anyone would have said, had we got something for him, then we just need to be thankful that we did get money. We need to be thankful for the fact that we'd have to pay Real Madrid's we'd have to pay Real Madrid. We'd have to pay Trent's contract or bonuses that we had left. Obviously, they've now got him as well. So he's now a Real Madrid player, and I can guarantee you now that we get Real Madrid in the Champions League next season. I can tell you that. I can tell you that for a fact. It probably will happen. But now, good luck to him. Good luck to him. And that's all I have to say on the Trent stuff. Let's see. Balam, hello. Will I wish Club World Cup? Nah, I'm not interested. Not interested in the slightest about the Club World Cup, to be honest. Florian Wirtz, yes. Boniface, I'm not sure. Not sure about. I think we would need to get a restraining order. We tried to get Victor Boniface, to be honest, but no, I don't see that. He did get a lot of cameras on the trophy day. He did as well. Well done, Livingston FC in a way win to Ross County. Thank you very much. Yes, that was a very very good one. Trent stuff is all agent stuff, low key. Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely through his agent. It's definitely through his brother, as well. And in actual fact, when I went onto Instagram today, it wasn't me, but someone got a friend suggestion of Tyler Alexander-Arnold. No, thank you. No, thank you. So no, I don't think I don't think that was ever going to happen. To be honest with you. Napoon, I'll be honest. People are entitled to their opinion on Trent Alexander-Arnold, but especially with what's happened in Liverpool this week, or the week back there, that word shouldn't be really brandished out to Liverpool. I can understand the frustration of what he's done, but look, no, I think it's one of those things, to say the very very least. And I think when we look at the game, that I think someone actually posted it earlier on another social media website. I think it was either TikTok or actual Instagram, and a number of people actually posted about Trent sort of jogging back when he was defending against Manchester United. Like that Manchester United game, I think we all remember that, the one at Anfield. He was absolutely shocking, to say the very very least. And I think Arne Slot has picked up on that. I think he picked up on the fact that Trent has been a bit lazy. I think it's the safest thing to say. He has been a bit lazy, but it's a shame the way his sort of career at Anfield ended, really. But as I said, he's made his bed. He needs to sleep in it, and think about what he's done, because I think at full time against Tottenham, he was we didn't know then, did we? We didn't really know if he was going to go to Real Madrid, but I think the one thing that you can definitely say after the Palace game, I think he felt like he maybe regretted his decision, but no, like he's made his bed and he has to sleep in it. So But as I said, Napoon, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. We're allowed. We're a free country. We're allowed to have free speech, etc. So yeah, for me, everyone is entitled to their own opinion. And if they've got things to say about it, then fair play. But for me, I kind of try and stay out of the sort of the political side of things. But I can understand why people are frustrated. I definitely understand why they're frustrated. Trent Alexander-Arnold is a shame because local lad and etc. the same leave for Real Madrid. Yeah, 100%, 100%, Ballum, 100%. And I think when you look at what what he's done in the Liverpool shirt, he's been very, very good. But as I said earlier, everyone's entitled to their own opinion about Trent, and yeah, we'll see how he does. We'll see how he does in Real Madrid. We'll see how he does in Real Madrid. Darwin Núñez is leaving. We shall see who buys in this summer. Yes, yeah, absolutely. It could be interesting, actually, Ballon. It could be very, very interesting, to say the very least. Cleveland Kelleher going to Brentford. Another player LFC will sell. Liverpool make some money by selling some players. Yeah, we will. We'll definitely make some money. We'll definitely make some money. Obviously, over the course of the summer. We'll make that from player sales as well. Yes, I'm a sucker for Adidas kits. To be honest with you, Bellum. So yeah, I think I'll be buying. I think I'll be buying the kits. I don't think they're available until August. I think I read. Anyway, so yeah, look, I'm a sucker for Adidas kits. So yeah, I think I could see that. I could I could definitely see us doing that. So yeah, I'm going. I will have the kits as well. I wonder how LFC's new kit will look with the Champions 20. But yeah, exactly. That's going to be very, 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 very good, to say the very least. So yeah, look, that's obviously for August, and we'll see. Who else do you think you will sign in the summer? So for me, I think obviously Frimpong's done, so that was sealed today. I think Kirkes signs. I think it's only a matter of now and sort of when, not if, now he signs. I think they're working behind the scenes, and I think they're trying to do as many deals as possible. And I think the one thing that really struck me was Michael Edwards really was first at Liverpool. This is what we tried to do. We tried to get deals done as quickly as possible. The fact we're working on 3 deals, especially Wirtz, Kirkes, and now Frimpong. Obviously, Ekiteke would be fantastic. I think he'd be a very, very good player. But I think the fact that we're working on 3 deals so far is very, very good. So yeah, I'll say Kirkes, Wirtz, and obviously Frimpong. I think we'll get a centre back. I think we'll get a centre back. And I think we might get a backup potentially for Gravenberg. I think we've been needing a sort of cover for Gravenberg for a while, and obviously so that we don't have to rely on sort of Gravenberg, getting sort of getting injured, because that's the last thing we need. That is the last thing we need. I know Endo has been good in that position, but is he really going to be first choice? I don't think so. So could be one of those. Could be one of those where we maybe make. For me, I think we make 5 or 6 signings. I think I've been saying that for a while, and I think we recoup some big money this summer. And obviously, there's talk about Luis Diaz potentially going to Saudi. I think if I'm being honest, I'm looking at the Saudi stuff. Obviously, Bruno Fernandes is another one. Manchester United, he's obviously going. It looks like he's going anyway. So look, it's going to be very, very interesting. Very, very interesting to see what will happen. But I think we sign 5 or 6 signings this summer, Napoon. I really, really do. Obviously, you guys got the lap to to come in as well. So yeah, look, it's going to be a very, very busy summer. I think it's going to be a summer where you'll see all the big clubs spend, even Manchester United, I would say. It's going to be a very, very interesting summer. And the window's not even opened yet. I think it opens on Sunday, doesn't it? I think it opens on Sunday, so we'll be allowed to obviously register Frimpong as well. Oh, I've got to say, it's a bit of a woke thing to have two summer transfer windows, to say the very, very least. Yes, but I will get to that. I can't believe that. I cannot believe that, to say the very, very least. And Stephen Jura says, I can't wait for the new Liverpool kit. No, I can't wait either. I cannot wait either. I think it's going to be a very, very good kit, to say the very, very least. So we'll move on. We will move on because that was obviously about Trent Alexander-Arnold. And we'll move on because we'll speak about Florian Wirtz, because it looks like Liverpool put in another bid today. So let me see if I can. Actually, who was it that reported it? I think it was David Ornstein. So yeah, just bear with. So where is it? I'll go into the Empire of the Cop actually. There we go. Douglas, you joining Chelsea. They have so many players within the squad. Do you think Angel will stay at top and may finally won them a trophy? No, I'm not joining Chelsea. I'm not joining Chelsea. I will say though, I think Ange will stay at Spurs. I think he will stay at Spurs. I know he finally won them a trophy. So let me see what David Ornstein had to say about this. So Liverpool have made another significant step in their push to sign Florian Wirtz, and skill move has now been confirmed. As reported by David Ornstein via The Athletic, we've submitted a second offer to Bayer Leverkusen worth up to €130 million, 109 million for the 22-year-old. The improved bid includes a guaranteed fee and several add-ons, showing just how serious we are about bringing the Bundesliga's best player to Anfield. Sources close to the deal claim Wirtz is keen on the switch, having also already visited the northwest to look at potential homes. That personal decision was key, and it comes after Bayern Munich were told the German international would rather join us than head to Bavaria. Excuse me. And according to Fabrizio Romano, it's now a matter of time before the playmaker signs for Liverpool, joining fellow Leverkusen man Jeremie Frimpong, whose deal is described as all but done. Well, Frimpong's obviously signed today. Wirtz's versatility is said to be vital for our boss, who saw his first season end with a Premier League title, but is also already building towards a new look attack. Slot is Dominic Szoboszlai in that advanced midfield role, but the Hungarians' 6 goals and 7 assists left room for improvement. Our head coach highlighted this early in the campaign, calling for more output from their former RB Leipzig man. That's where Wirtz comes in. The Bundesliga's player of the season would offer a very different option, someone focused on close control, technical flex, and intelligent movement rather than energy and pressing alone. It's a signing that wouldn't just improve us, it would also offer a potential long-term successor for Mohamed Salah, who turns 33 next month. And if it's the wider strategy we've seen from Liverpool so far, Wirtz ticks every box, and the second bid just shows how much we want him. So yeah, I think we've made another bid. I don't know if it's going to be enough to persuade Leverkusen to sell him yet, but I think if we're being honest, it's getting closer. It feels like it is getting closer. Whether or not that means a player goes the other way, that could be another potential opportunity. To have a bit of a thing, but no, I think it's going to be very, very interesting actually when we look at it. Wirtz is a very, very interesting player, and I'm looking forward to what he's going to do in this team. And look, if we get it, then that's an absolutely massive, massive deal to get to get to get Wirtz in, to say the very least. Bayern have some money. Bayern are a company team in Germany. They simply don't want to sell them to FC Bayern. No, absolutely not. That seems to be a good way of putting it. Dave 55, are you a Jedi? If you're talking sort of Star Wars, then yes, I would probably say I would be a Jedi. Definitely not a Sith. So yeah, I would say I'd be a Jedi. Barney accept this first. Liverpool are trying. Liverpool are pushing for Wirtz. They're pushing enough to want him. They're pushing enough to want to sign him. They're pushing enough to want to get his services. And again, that could be another interesting one. You know what number he potentially gets at Anfield could be very interesting to say the very least. So that'll be very good to say the very least, and I'm looking forward to what he can do. But look, I think the safest thing to say for me, Wirtz for me is one that we need to get done as soon as possible. And I think as well, big money move, this one, definitely. It's going to be a club record bid. You know, we've put in a club record bid. I also think as well when we look at what we're doing in this window, to get 3 players potentially already is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So I think it's going to be a real boost if we can get 3 players in, and then obviously talk about sales from your Darwin Nunez's, from your Harvey Elliott's of this world. Maybe Diogo Jota, maybe, but it's going to be a real interesting end to the season. I think as a sort of start to the season, I would say, as well. So yeah, look, we get Wirtz, then fantastic. It'll be really good. And you know what, that will be a deal that will be very good, to say the very least. So yeah, look, I'm excited about the Wirtz transfer. And then obviously we talk about obviously Kirkez as well. That seems to be a deal that seems to be going under the radar slightly, as well. Look, I think it's going to be amazing to get Kirkez as well. You know, I said earlier in the show that I think we've got probably one of the fastest back fours in England. If we do get Kirkez, because we'll have Kirkez, we'll have obviously Van Dijk, we'll have Kanate, and we'll obviously have Frimpong, and Bradley's fast as well. So I've got a good feeling. About us wanting Wirtz, and I've got a good feeling about us wanting to be that club. We're acting like a big club now. We're acting like a big club. We weren't in the past. We weren't in the past. I think they've learned their lessons from the 2019-2020 season, where we just didn't strengthen. We just didn't strengthen enough. I think when you look at the sort of the transfers that we have been looking at, the fact that we could be getting, Wirtz, we could be getting Kirkez, we could be getting, well, we obviously have Frimpong now. To get those 3 players at the start of the summer would be absolutely fantastic. Get them in for a full pre-season. You've got your players like Chiesa. He'll get a full pre-season as well. So I'm very excited. Very excited, to say the very least. And I think when we look at what, excuse me, what could be happening, there is potential to have a different formation. A new era has started. A new era has definitely started at Anfield now, under Arne Slot, and it remains to be seen what will be done about it. But I'm very excited about the whole thing. Very excited about the whole thing. So no, I think Wirtz for me it's only a matter of now, when, not if. I think he wants Liverpool. There was talk that Real Madrid were going to come in and hijack it. I don't think that's going to happen somehow. I think he's given his all and said that he's going to be coming to Liverpool, coming to Anfield. So yeah, like I think it's one thing to say the very very least that I look at what he's been doing this season. Wirtz is a very very good player, and hence why we're getting him, because we need more goals from midfield. Szoboszlai had a good season, but it's just not enough to be a number 10 for Liverpool. We need more goals, and I think Wirtz comes into that aspect. Now, where he plays, that could be another interesting one. He can play left, he can play right, he can play central attacking midfielder role as well. So very excited, very excited, and I think this is a window to be very very excited about. So like I'm very very excited with what is happening in this window, and I think every red should be. I think every red should be, to say the very very least. Sounds like you're from Birkenhead. Dave, I'm not from Birkenhead. I can tell you that for a fact. I'm actually from Edinburgh. I'm a Scotsman. So yeah, I'm not from Birkenhead. Maybe it might be like the tone of my voice. Maybe. Funnily enough, I was actually in Liverpool for the parade and obviously the final game of the season. And someone came up to me and like asked me, "Where are you from?" And do you know what I got? Do you know what? Do you know what I got? Someone actually thought I was from USA. I don't see it. I just don't see it. So that's another thing to say the very very least. But no, like, but I'm waffling on anyway. But no, like I think the safest thing for me to say is this is a very exciting window, and we need to be excited for it. And I am very, very much excited for what the future holds, and I really hope that we do well. Last question for now. Yes, new kit is in August. I heard this too. Do you think Costas or Andrew will leave? I think Costas. Yes, I think Costas as well. I I also think when we look at the game on the or Brighton away, I should say, Costas wasn't great. Let's put it this way. Costas has been a very good servant for Liverpool. He has been a very good servant for Liverpool, but I think the time is now for him to go. As well, Kelleher's going to go. I think he's going to go. Nunes is going to go. I mean, the outgoings could be very interesting, chat. The outgoings could be very, very interesting, to say the very, very least. I just don't know who's going to actually leave us. It's quite incredible when we actually say that, but look at what we've been doing quite recently. Who would have envisaged the heroes of the Carabao Cup potentially leaving last season? Your Bobby Clarks, your I can't even remember who left now, but those kind of players, those kind of players, and Bobby Clark hasn't had a very good time recently. He's still in Salzburg, I think, at the moment. Probably going to get moved, to be honest. So yeah, like I think it's good. Jaden Dans is obviously another one, but yeah, he went on loan to Sunderland and then play a game, which was quite interesting. By the way, congratulations to Sunderland. I think it's the safest thing to say. Great to see them back on the top flight as well. So no, like Costas will go, Nunes will go, Kelleher's gonna go. It's looking like Kwanzaa probably goes. I don't know if it's a loan or maybe a permanent. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, let me know, chat. Let me know who you think will be sold on this summer, to say the very least. Gary says, Douglas, do you think Liverpool will go back to 4-3-3 with Gravenberch as an anchor with Wirtz on the right and Mack on the left? We could go back to 4-3-3. We could easily go back to 4-3-3. My only question there, though, would be, would you play Wirtz as the false nine? Because he can play false nine as well. I think if we're being honest with ourselves, I think the 4-2-3-1 really works. I think it does work. I think when you look at what we've been, doing recently as well, I think he is a very, very good, a good wee player to have. I think Gravenberg will be the main anchor. I think it's the safest thing to say. But look, it's going to be very, very intriguing to see what will happen. Wirtz can play on the right, he can play on the left, but for me, if we're bringing Wirtz in, it's either central or he's going to be false nine. So that obviously depends if Liverpool do get a number 9. I fully expect us to get a striker as well. So look, I think it's one thing to say that we will be busy. We will be very, very busy in the summer. Lee was kid. Hello, mate. Hope you're well. Big up, Red. Big up to yourself as well. Good to see you in the chat, my friend. Yes, someone thought I was an American. Yeah, quite incredible that. How often do you eat haggis? Not very often. I'll be honest with you. Obviously, we have Rabbi Burns night on the 25th of January. So that's obviously a night where you have haggis. And I'd say St Andrew's Day is another one. But for me, I'm not really a haggis eater, which sounds quite incredible when you say that way. But yeah, I do eat I do eat some haggis. I wouldn't say all as well. Jaden Dan's, yeah, absolutely. I did see that as well. Gary has gone out. Jota, Chiesa, Diaz all gone. I could quite agree on Jota. I don't think Jota's been at it quite really this season. I think it's the safest thing to say. No, for me, I'm looking at your outs already, and I think Jota goes. For me, I think Chiesa stays. I've been kind of saying this for a wee while. If he gets a full pre-season, shows what he's all about, then maybe he gets back into Arne Slot's. If Federico Chiesa can have a good pre-season, full pre-season, and we're not talking about, obviously, we're not talking about sort of one game or that as well. If he has a very good pre-season, comes back and does really, really well, he will be a very important part of the squad next season for sure. He has shown flashes of brilliance. He has, but it's not been enough, and we need to see that more. We need to definitely see that more as well. Liverpool need 2 strikers, says Gary. We probably do. I wonder if we get maybe one for the future, and then bring in like a proper number 9. And again, I suppose it also depends on when Diaz leaves. That's another one to look at as well. Look, it's going to be a very, very interesting summer, as I've already said, as well. So, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, please do remember to hit that like button. Please do remember how to hit that subscribe button as well. There are 14 of you watching at the moment. We have only 10 likes. Please do get up to 14 likes. That would be absolutely fantastic for this stream as well. And yes, the final bit that we'll speak about on tonight's show is a certain Pep Ljinders. Now, we all remember what happened earlier this season. Pep Ljinders had a very, very bad time of it away in Red Bull Leipzig. But I can't believe I'm going to be saying this, but he could potentially be joining Manchester City, which is quite incredible to say at the very, very least. So, This is what it says on Anfield Index, another very good Liverpool channel. So please go and check Anfield Index out, and you'll notice a familiar face. You'll notice a familiar face on there as well. So, in a story first reported by the Times, the revelation that Pep Ljinders, Jurgen Klopp's long-serving number two, is set to join Pep Guardiola's backroom team at Manchester City has sent ripples through both Merseyside and Manchester. This is more than just a coaching appointment, it's symbolic, significant, and stings more than Liverpool fans might like to admit. Pep Linders was for all intents. Pep Linders, sorry, was for all intents and purposes. Sorry, Motorsport Mike. I can see you're in the chat, and I can see that you've said pronunciation. I'm really bad with pronunciations, guys. So please do forgive me. Pep Ljinders was, for all intents and purposes, the tactical brain beside Jurgen Klopp's beating heart. During their time at Liverpool, the pair were inseparable, co-piloting the club through an era of sustained success. Together, they lifted 7 major trophies, including the Champions League and Premier League, building a team that could rival any in Europe. But after Klopp's emotional departure in May 2024, Ljinders chose a different path. He took the reins of Red Bull Salzburg, but was unceremoniously dismissed in December after a poor start. He was sacked and has been on gardening leave since, the Times reports. It's clear that Linders was looking for the right opportunity to rebuild his career. Manchester City, with his extensive resources and Guardiola's high regard in the coaching world, represents just that. Guardiola's rebuild the City machine involves, again, Man City are not standing still, with assistants Juanma Lilo and Inigo Dominguez departing alongside Carlos Vicens' move to SC Braga. Guardiola has had to shuffle his staff significantly. Enter Linders. Linders brings not only tactical nous but also intimate knowledge of how Liverpool functioned under Klopp. He is one of the few individuals who has been inside the inner sanctum of Liverpool's methods, culture, and matchday routines. Guardiola's decision to bring in Linders may not be rooted in rivalry, but it is hard to ignore the symbolism. It feels personal. As the Times wrote, the recruitment of Linders comes after the battles Liverpool and City fought when vying for the Premier League title over a number of seasons. It is a sentence that encapsulates what this move represents: a master tactician joining the very team that was Liverpool's fiercest rival in their era of Klopp-led dominance. Before City came calling, Linders was reportedly considered for the Norwich City job, but was overlooked in favour of Liam Manning. It seemed, at least for a time, that Linders might struggle to find a top-level opportunity following his Salzburg setback. This makes his appointment at City even more noteworthy. From the verge of Championship obscurity, Linders has leapfrogged back to elite football. He'll now be on the sidelines when City begin their Club World Cup campaign in the United States on June 18 against Wydad AC. Kolo Touré had also been in the running for a coaching spot in Guardiola's reshuffle setup, but the Catalan opted for the Dutchman instead. Even with Arne Slot having just delivered the Premier League title in his debut season at Anfield, this news cannot be welcomed without some measure of discomfort. Linders was deeply embedded in Liverpool's culture. Seeing him in a city blue feels like watching a family member celebrate Christmas with a rival household. Yes, it does. There will undoubtedly be concern about how much Linders may share with Guardiola. While unwritten rules and professional ethics are often cited, elite sport is about gaining any advantage, however marginal. Liverpool have moved on under Slot, but make no mistake, Linders' appointment is one to watch very closely. For many Liverpool supporters, this is hard to swallow. It's just not that Pep Ljinders is taking up a coaching role again. It's that he's doing so in Manchester City, of all places. One can appreciate the professional motivations after the debacle at Salzburg. His stock of his stock needed rescuing, but to align with the very team Liverpool battled neck and neck with for half a decade, that stings. Linders was more just an assistant. He was Klopp's confident and visible presence on the touchline, and often credited with the tactical tweaks that saw Liverpool dominate Europe. His his fingerprints are all over the Klopp era, and potentially his hand will help City take another step forward. Arne Slot may have just won us the title, but this feels like a small emotional loss. Guardiola doesn't make appointments lightly. He sees value in Ljinders, and that should tell us something. This isn't just about filling vacancies. It's strategic and possibly disruptive for Liverpool if Guardiola extracts any advantage from his new acquisition. For the fans, it's not betrayal, but it is bitter. Yeah. I don't know how to feel. I don't like it. I don't like it. I think it's really, really interesting that he's joining City, to say the very, very least. But the fact is, as well, Pep Ljinders is, as we say, Jurgen Klopp's right hand man. It's quite simple, really. I'm amazed. I'm actually amazed that he's going there, but he certainly did need to get out of Salzburg, because Salzburg just wasn't great for him, to say the very, very least. I think when you look at what is happening as well, I think the one thing to say is that could be very, very interesting how we do, but I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna be like. It does sting. It certainly does sting a wee bit. With the thing. I just think the way that we've been playing under Arne Slot. The one thing I will say about Manchester City, they do need a rebuild. They do need a rebuild. And I don't think you look at that as well, but he was great with Liverpool. Don't get me wrong; he was fantastic with Liverpool, but I don't think when we look at what is happening over with Pep Ljinders, I've seen a few of you say that he's overrated. I've seen a couple of things like people saying that as well. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts in a way of the fact that he got a guard of honor. He got a guard of honor. He also wrote a book when he was at Liverpool. He wrote a book when he was at Liverpool. So yeah, I think it's disappointing, really, really, really disappointing, to say the very, very least. But it's just I can't put words into it. I can't put words into it, like how I'm actually feeling. I'm feeling hurt. I'm feeling angry. But as I said, City do need a rebuild. They do need a rebuild, and I think as well. People are saying obviously greed. Might well be, but Pep, as we said, he doesn't make these decisions very, very lightly, do we? So we'll see. We'll see what will happen. But for me, it's one that really hurts. It's one that's it does sting a bit. But look, he needs to rebuild his. He needs to rebuild obviously his thing. And yeah, well, look, I think as well, you've got to say it will be very, very interesting, to say the very, very least. Right, let's see what some of you are saying about Pep. Pep Blinders. Excuse me. Ekateki's name being branded around thoughts. I think it's a good one. I think he's a good striker. I think he is a real interesting wee player. I think as well that if he does join us, that would be good. That would be very, very good to see, wouldn't it? It would be great to see, wouldn't it? I think Ekiteke is a goal scorer, and he is a bit pricey. But then again, look at what Arsenal are going for. They're going for the what's his face? Forgotten his name now. Sesko. They're going for Sesko at 93 million. We're obviously looking at Ekiteke. Isaac's not happening. I think we need to be honest with ourselves. I don't think Isaac is happening at all. So no, I don't think that happens. The other one I can really think of is maybe Jonathan David. But again, he's probably going to go to Napoli. Joe Pedro. Yeah, there's a fair few. The striker market really isn't the best at the moment. I think is the safest thing to say. I've seen Harry Kane's name being mentioned. I think Harry Kane is a 2-season player left. I don't think he's got much time left in his career, and it's a pity. It's a pity that he decided to sort of stay away as well. But no, I think we're being honest with ourselves. No strikers do come cheap. I think that is the safest thing to say. So, um, for me, I don't know what anyone else says about this, but we probably won't get him. But Alvarez for me, I think he's the one I'd be looking at. He is obviously Premier League proven. He is a player that's done really well for Atletico Madrid. He obviously did well for Manchester City as well. Alvarez for me would be the one, but will we get him? I don't think we will. I don't think we will, to be honest. I think Alvarez is a very good player, but I just don't see us. I don't see us getting. I don't see us getting. I don't see us getting Alvarez, but that would be my dream. That would be my dream. Obviously, Isaac would be very, very good, but again, I don't think Isaac is a player which many people will know about. But he does seem to get a lot of injuries now and then, and I don't think we can afford that. I don't think we can afford that. I would have said last season, Marmoush. I think that would have been a good buy. But like, I think when you look at what we've been doing recently, I think you've got to say that the way I see it from a striking point of view, your Carez is probably going to Manchester United, or Arsenal. Isaac for me would be the one I think many people would be looking at. But again, Newcastle are in the Champions League. I can't see him moving. I can't see him moving on as well. So no, I think it could be an interesting striking dilemma who we get. But Ekiteke would be great. Ekiteke would be very, very good. And, he's already done well in France. He's done well in Germany. So that would be very, very good to say the very least. Hello, Motorsport Mike. Magnesium reviews pronounced Linders. I think, yeah, I think it is Linders. But I will be honest, I don't think you will be getting rid of Isaac, and I don't think you get rid of Anthony Gordon either. I don't see Liverpool going back in for Anthony Gordon, even if I did say no. I will be saying this now. I don't see us getting Anthony Gordon, and I certainly don't see us getting Alexander Isaac as well. Don't like that. Not going to lie. I would imagine this is about Linders going to City. Yeah, I'm like you. I don't know what to feel. I don't know what to feel at the moment, and I think it could be very interesting. Very interesting to say the very least. Livingston promoted. You must be pleased. Absolutely delighted. I came on a night when obviously I was at the Liverpool parade, and obviously what happened was obviously overshadowed by events there. So I think it could be an interesting season for Livingston next season. But no, good luck to them. Polo Mint, hello. Hi Douglas, Pep ship has sailed. Could do. It could have done. Certainly feeling this season he was losing it a wee bit. Certainly felt like he was losing it a wee bit. To say the very, very least. That's not the reason I don't like it, though. Is it because of the fact that we gave him a guard of honour? Is it because of the fact that we let him write a book about us? Is it the fact that he was Klopp's right-hand man? It could be a number of things. It could be the fact that he's joining a real rival of us. Yeah, let me know, Lee. Let me know. Percentage of Frimpong sale goes to Celtic. Yes, I believe it's £7 million. I think it's £7 million. I think it's £7 million, Mike. I think it is £7 million that we've got for that's going to Celtic. So Linders is overrated. Failed abroad. Salzburg, Portugal. Oh yeah, he was in Portugal, wasn't he? Where was he in Portugal? Oh, I can't remember. He was in Portugal. Someone will let me know in the chat. I'm pretty sure you will let me know in the chat. I can't remember. Was it Portugal? Agreed. Yeah, it could well be. What I will say though, I don't think Pep Guardiola has much time left at Manchester City. I would be shocked if he stayed beyond this season. I think if City have another season like they have had, then I think he goes. I would also say that I just don't see where Pep Ljinders goes after City. And it's quite clear to say that he is a number 2. He's definitely not a number 1. So I think this will be short lived. I don't think it's going to be for long, if I'm being honest. But we'll see. We'll see. But I think the fact that as well that he's going to City is quite astonishing. It's quite astonishing to say the very least. Luchetti Masonry. I really hope I've pronounced that right. I'm more bothered about Klopp trying to tell us what to think than I am Pep going to City. Yeah, that's true. That is very, very true. I'll never have a bad word to say about Jurgen Klopp. Let's be honest, I won't. But what he did say about Trent, I thought was wrong. I did think it was wrong. I think you've got, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, to say the very, very least. So yeah, I think that's one thing to say. Who's realistic? Who'd we afford as a goal scorer? I put a couple of names out there. Jonathan David, he's a free agent. João Pedro would be another one. Liam Delap would have been very, very good as sort of a backup, but again, he's decided to join Chelsea. No idea why. There's a fair few. There's a fair few as well. So, yeah, I think as well. Apparently, there's big news on Diaz. Let me just double check, guys. Sorry about this. I'm just I've just seen something about Diaz. Let's have a look. See what Fabrizio Romano's. Okay. Right. This is interesting. Okay, so Al Nassr, Al Nassr, who are Ronaldo's team, if my memory serves me correctly. Forgive me in the chat, folks. I'm not clued up on my Saudi football. I think Ronaldo was at Al Nassr. Al Nassr are considering Luis Diaz as one of their main targets for the summer. I had a feeling that might be the case. Okay. What's everyone's thoughts about that? For me, I don't think Diaz. Hang on. Here we go. Al Nassr consider Luis Diaz as one of the main talks for the summer window to restart with ambitions plan. Barcelona have also Luis Diaz in their plans, but Liverpool want him to stay. So, we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see about that. But yeah, that's the news coming through from Fabrizio Romano is that Al Nassr are considering Luis Diaz. So my question to you, Chad, would be if we do sell Diaz, how much would it be for? But for me, don't accept anything less than 80 million quid. For me, I think it's safest into that. Osimhen or Gyökeres, yeah. I think Osimhen for me has always been a Chelsea target for me. I think that would be the main thing I would say about that. So yeah, I think it could be that as well. No strikers come cheap. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Big up to Rich Red Devil United. Absolutely smashing it at the moment, aren't you, mate? Good to see you in the chat, and yeah, good show earlier. I did watch a wee bit of your show earlier, and I think the one thing you said as well about redirecting folk to channels, I think that'd be a very very good idea. It would certainly help a lot of people, to say the very least. So that could be interesting. That could be very, very interesting. Yorkers ain't going to United. They go Cunha. If they sell Rashford, if they sell Garnacho, they might get some money there. And obviously, this Bruno Fernandes deal looks like it's potentially going to go through. That could be very, very interesting as well. It's simply because he was a red. Yeah. I agree. Very, very, I agree. But I don't think he will give any insight into us as we are. Yeah, absolutely. I think that was obviously Klopp days. Slots Liverpool are definitely a lot different to Klopp's Liverpool. Wirtz isn't done yet, Rich, but it feels like it's very very close. It feels like it is very very close as well. Funny feeling we signed Alvarez and Nunes going the other way. That's funny because people were actually saying that Ekiteke could be a bit of Hugo Ekiteke. Sorry, Hugo Ekiteke could be a bit of a smokescreen for somebody. Could be interesting. Could be that one you would look at and think maybe. I'm concerned that too many incomings is a rebuild rather than strengthening. I think what we need is definitely a couple of players, to say the very least. Like, I think there'll be a few that leave, but who leave is very very interesting. But Diaz could be interesting if that is the case. If he goes to Saudi, to say the very least. I thought Diaz was a Barca target. Maybe it helps us offload Rashford to Barca. I said to you, didn't I, Rich? I said to you that Barcelona can't afford both Diaz and Rashford, so they're going to have to make a decision who they want. Now, logically, you would probably say that they get Rashford, 40 million quid. But again, I suppose it sort of depends on who they sell as well. So, yeah, look, if it is Diaz, if it is Rashford, that goes to Barcelona, then they've got a very very good player there. If Al Nassr get Diaz, then we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. Frankie, I can't read that second name, unfortunately. Frimpong for 29.5 million in 3 installments, only 10 to 12 million a year over 3 years. That is quite incredible, isn't it? Really, really interesting as well. Great to see you live, Douglas. Thank you very much, Rich. I appreciate that. I need to head off, get a drink, Douglas. I should have checked who was live. Try to send people over next time. No worries at all. No worries at all. But yeah, I think that would be very, very good to say the very, very least. And Lee was good. At least your club is signing players. Yes, absolutely. So we will we'll leave it there. We will leave it there. Obviously, the main news: Jeremie Frimpong is a Liverpool player. Signed a 5-year contract today. Trent Alexander-Arnold has gone to Real Madrid for £10 million. which is absolutely crazy that we managed to get money for him. Wirtz, 130 million euros, 109 million. That could be very, very intriguing to say. And you were talking about Pep Ljinders to Manchester City, which does feel like it stings a wee bit. It does feel like a stings a little bit. So yeah, and obviously we've spoken about Luis Diaz potentially going to Al Nassr, and obviously Barcelona are wanting him as well. I'll read through your last couple of comments and then I will come. I'll come off the stream as well. Do you think we still need a six? Backup six, yes. For me, I know the guy at Stuttgart was being mentioned as a potential target. Stiller, I think he's going to Real Madrid. I think he's potentially going to Real Madrid, to say the very least. So I think he'll be going there. If I'm being honest. Yeah, I'm into that Red Devil United. Yeah, go check out Red Devil United. Actually, very good Manchester United channel, and Rich is absolutely flying with his subscribers at the moment, which is absolutely fantastic. Great stream, Douglas. Thank you very much, Stephen. I appreciate it. I think Barcelona Diaz Rash is a backup. I think, yeah, I think it's they've been wanting Diaz for ages. So, but in our defence, he's got 2 years left on his contract. Probably enough to say that we're going to probably look between 70 to 80 million for him. I think that's the safest thing for me. And to be honest, Diaz has had a good season. He's had his most prolific season at Liverpool, so I think it's going to be very interesting to see where he ends up. Anyway, sorry I got you late. Great stream, Douglas. Thank you very much, Lee. I appreciate it. Guys, going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. Please do remember to hit that like button as you leave the stream. So it does help the algorithm, I think is how you say it, as well. And please do remember to hit that subscribe button if you are enjoying the content as well. Now, I will be back with another stream very soon. It will be one where I'll be reacting to my Premier League predictions. I feel like I need to do that. I feel like I need to do that as well, and I'll maybe do one for my Championship predictions as well. But guys, thank you very much for watching, and yeah, we'll see what happens. By the way, if anything does break with Florian Wirtz, obviously you guys will be the first to know. You guys will be the first to know, and I will obviously bring that live as well. But guys, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye for now. You're never